foundation. So this prophet Jeremiah would have had to have the former rain before, because he's coming back in his lot as a prophet, right?
Yeah, starting with, now we know, we see it, right? Our apostles that the Lord set up, you know that they're of Yehovah Shem Yoshai, because you can't make any of that stuff up. I mean, you know what I'm saying? For you people out there, all right? It's straight. So you got to be spiritual. You got to be of the hopefully elect by faith to understand what I just said. Go ahead, brother.
There's more. Verse 6, it says, Then said I, Lord, power, behold, I cannot speak, for I am a child. But the Lord said unto me, Say not, I am a child, for thou shalt go to all, and that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. And that's a part of that form, that the latter rain now. You know, so don't worry about what you're gonna say. He's gonna give you that oil to speak in this time. So before he had it in the time of old, before he existed, now he has it again. But that's something that's not in your control. The Lord, he gives you that oil to speak. That's why he was worried. He had that conversation. I'm only a child. What can I do?
And 2 Peter 1 and 10 is that process in a nutshell, that diligence. Right? When you come in the truth, he's going to walk with you in that diligence. Right? That's the spirit of Yahweh Shai. Diligence, making your call and election sure. Right? That's the first and foremost thing. Go ahead, brother.
Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, saith Yahweh. Then Yahweh put forth his hand and touched my mouth. And Yahweh said unto me, Behold, I have put my words in thy mouth. There we go. That was it.
Beautiful. Okay, this is Ecclesiastes 1 and 9.
So for the brother, scripture says the spirit of the prophet is subject under the prophet. So subject means under and jectus means rule. So you say your spirit's going to under you come back always in your lot. So that you happened before, this happened before, right? Like it's not a new thing. You're standing in front of the prophets. Read.
The thing that hath been.
That's you. You and you and us.
It is that which shall be. And that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun.
So a noun is a person, place, or thing. Alright? So man is a thing. Right? This is Ecclesiastes 6 and 10. That which has been is named already. And it is known that it is man. Alright? So we've been before, and you came back. Like if you were a nigga in your last life, you've been nigga now. You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? So you just came back in your lot, doing the same thing you did before. There's no new thing under the sun. Right?
That's right.
Okay, this is Ephesians chapter 2, verse 19. Now therefore ye are no more strangers and foreigners, but fellow citizens with the saints and of the household of the Most High, and are built upon the foundation of the apostles and prophets, Hamashiach Yahushua himself being the chief cornerstone. So these are pretty much the foundation of this truth when it comes in terms of bringing it out, right?
Bring it out.
It says, right. In whom all the building fitly framed together groweth unto an holy temple in the Lord.
You see what was, sounds like it, brother. You see what happened in the what do you call it, in the Old Testament, Old Covenant, when the Moses wrote with his hand on those stones. Parabolically, those stones are us, right? Writing the laws, and we're the lively stones. So he did it physically back then. Now he's gonna write it in our mind, in our inward parts, right? Come out. So we won't have to do this anymore. We won't teach anybody anymore. You're gonna know. You know the grass, what it does, what it actually does, how long it takes to grow, how it germinates, everything, how the bird fly, how it takes off, where it was gonna land, why. All those answers will be answered, man, right? And it all has to do with us being one with our power. You know what I'm saying?
Beautiful. That's a life source right there.
Beautiful, man. It's truth is beautiful. And like, there's nowhere to go, brothers. There's no, you know what I mean? Sometimes you might say, man, there's nowhere to go.
That's right.
Like, what are you gonna do if you leave this truth? You know?
Yeah, what kind of man are you gonna be after that?
I call it Ray. I mean, what you gonna do this weekend? It's bullshit. Party and bullshit, man.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? But you stay by yourself. Stay by yourself and chill. Be alone. Be lose, whatever, loner, loser, introvert, whatever you want to call you, man. Right? But be, in your mind, you're a man of the Lord. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? That's a beautiful fear too, man. Because personally, I used to think those things when I first came to the truth. I'm like, yo, I actually felt like I was trapped. And that's why Paul said I'm a prisoner of Yahweh Shai. I was like, yo, I know way too much to go back. If I go back, I'm gonna be fucked.
Yep.
It's a good fear, though. And that's wisdom. Right?
You have to be institutionalized.
Yeah.
You know, when it comes into this truth, you want to go back to the spiritual jail.
It's true.
I want my 3 meals a day. I want you to clothe me, man. That's what I want. Fuck, man.
Shit. That's so funny.
I guess I'll go back to Isaiah
No,
60.
I have a point on what brother just mentioned, Kazak as well, and what you went into, because the next verse, I read Joel 10 and 1, and it says, Zechariah 10 and 1, verse 2 says, for the idols have spoken vanity, and the diviners have seen a lie, right? And have told false dreams, right? They comfort in vain, therefore they went their way as a flock. They were troubled because there was no shepherd.
Wow.
And that's what the brother cut by saying, you know, the Ray and this and that. It's all bullshit. Like when you're in the truth, you cry inside, you realize that everything here is worse than plastic. Right? It's the term I use. It's worse than plastic. Okay? It's worse than plastic. Going back to what we said, that doctrine, that drunken wine. It's stronghold. It's a stronghold. The truth, Yahweh Shem Yahshua has to wash you and make you white, give you the fire. Yeah. So that's my point. Go back to your.
Sure. I was just going to go back to Isaiah 61, verse 3. It says, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of Yahweh, that he might be glorified.
Genesis.
So that's the beauty we're going to receive, right? In the kingdom, you know, we're no longer going to sigh and cry and mourn like how we do on this side, right?
And jump in. Jump in.
Oh no, I was just going to say just real quick is that, you know, this truth, it brings you out of all that sorrow when you first hear it. It's sweet first, and then it's bitter.
Yeah.
Bittersweet. Right?
I'm also going to bring it up to speed with brother something about trees.
Yeah.
Right, so we go to Genesis, and it says Adam hid amongst the trees.
Exactly.
See what it just did? It said the Most High likened people unto trees. So that cuts the thing. It was like a naked man. No, man, he was with the other nations. Because the Most High likened other nations to people to trees. Gone.
Unlocked.
You know what I'm saying? The tree, man. And even in our speech, they say, well, what's your family tree?
Oh yeah, okay.
Right?
Fun.
Getting it now, light bulbs again.
So you saw that, right? How that's it works.
Verse 4, and it says, and they shall build the old ways, they shall raise up the former desolations, and they shall repair the waste cities, the desolations of many generations.
The past, really what we're doing is we're going back to how things were, but even better.
Done.
That's really what's happening. Ephesians, the scripture says, seek ye the old ways.
Done.
You know? The old ways, for they should not fail you or something like that, roughly paraphrasing. Because now that shows you how much of a cesspool we're in now. You know?
Well, the always is where your woman got a skirt on, man. You know what I mean? And she ain't talking in your face, right? You know, your brother ain't a nigga. You know what I mean? You want to be like when Solomon ruled. You know, with peace. Like when we say shalom to brothers, it's peace. Like we're peaceful people, man. We're supposed to be peaceful people because we say, hey, shalom, brother. And shalom is Solomon saying peace, right?
Precept. This is Jeremiah 6, verse 16.
That's heavy.
Thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, stand ye in the ways and see. And the ways are this doctrine, the truth. and see and ask for the old paths.
Come on.
So the things that our forefathers did in the past, worshiping of Yahweh Shem Shai and the laws, statutes, and commandments.
Also, that's why you have to get into the history when you study. It's
Important.
good, it's important. It's good to get into history.
The holy days, I mean, 'cause we used to meet once a year in Jerusalem, right? For the Passover, right? Like all these things is been taken out of earth now. Like we do it, you know what I mean? According in faith, you know what I mean? And it means something. It means something that the Lord ordained. It means something. It's a spiritual convocation, right?
And you know, they also say it here. It's like when they formed this side of the world, they call